what do you call commercial media or community radio, first thing, to my knowledge, out of my experience I share is, there is a step involved in work process. Writing is one of the steps. Keep that in your mind. Writing is not the only step or the only major step. Writing, or if you produce a radio program, writing is one of the steps. But when you adopt or when you practice a work process which starts from something and ends from something, then you can be an effective writer, to my knowledge. And no, I've been trained across top institute abroad also. And this is what they stress. You just follow a work process. Starting, I say work process, maybe we go to deal with work process. You start with an idea, end with a script. This is what I call as work process. If you follow this discipline, then anybody can write an effective script. This is what my belief is. I have seen it, I have read. See, I studied in English medium journalism, but my script writing started with Tamil, where I worked for a Tamil media. It was so difficult to adopt in terms of language. But then you slowly will learn. Only one advantage of learning this was you know the work process. Where to start, how to proceed, and the end, I can say the end product is your script. So keep that in your mind. If anybody can follow this work process, I can say anybody can be a very good writer, effective writer, and as well as a good writer. Okay, I was talking more about work process. Work process step and and a lot of people say it's a waste of time. Why I have to? I can do very good scripting in the beginning itself. Or I don't need to follow all the steps. I'll tell you the advantage of following this step. First, what are the steps? First thing is, there's something called, you should have a motivation to write. First, writing, it's not just text. It's not just text. You need a motivation to write a script. Whether it's for community radio, whether it's for community television or commercial television, you should have the motivation to write. I'm telling you, the motivation will give you a lot of confidence to write. So what are the motivations you should have? Or what are the mindset you have? One. Second one is, and the motivation brainstorm. Maybe a lot of people say brainstorming in the commercial media why should we brainstorm? Community radio itself is a small organization. We hardly have one or two regular people. All these others are who comes and goes as people as a guest or guest speakers. I'm telling you, brainstorm with your stakeholders. You can brainstorm with the local people there. I'm telling you, brainstorming on ideas can give you wonderful ideas to reach any social message. It could be on tuberculosis, it could be on hand washing, hand hygiene, it could be on sanitation, anything. But please brainstorm and persuade. Because don't just say, okay, you get an idea from somebody else and just skip for first two steps and go for a research. Follow this here. Let it be your idea. Let it be your own idea which you're producing it. I'm telling you, when you have your own idea to communicate on hand hygiene, you'll be very confident to you have a task of taking that idea to people. Responsibility on them. That's why I'm saying, you conceive your idea after brainstorming. Let brainstorming idea. I'm telling you, I work in a commercial organization that every day used to brainstorm to get ideas. And I initially 3 years, I used to get a lot of ideas. Brainstorm because free mind, fresh mind. When you're in any media organization, you used to get a lot of ideas. After 3 years, what happened? I was struggling to get ideas. Then I thought, okay, have a brainstorming with a larger crowd, about 8 to 9 people. Just 15 minutes, informal brainstorming. A lot of ideas get it. And there are some guidelines to follow in brainstorming. I don't know how many organizations will follow it, I don't know. The hierarchy maybe the station manager, station producer, rarely contributor, even your audience. So there should be hierarchies, give importance to simple idea. Yara what the simple idea try to improvise that idea rather than going for a new idea. So there are some rules. Try out and to do brainstorm, get and let it be an idea generation techniques or a brainstorm. Come with a lot of ideas. And I'm telling you, a lot of people have this habit. They will try to combine a lot of ideas in one program. இப்போ நீங்களே hand hygiene, அதுலேயே ஒரு sanitation இருக்கும். அதுலேயே வந்து something else will come. Don't have too many ideas in one core ideas. This is how I always advise, even our students when I teach, keep something for tomorrow. ஒரே நாள்ல எல்லாம் பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. Because I'm telling you, you're running the station for every day, right? Maybe every day you won't have programs, every day you have to produce program. So don't have too many ideas on one core idea.